Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
You know what? I sincerely don't know if I should be feeling bad about this or if I should be feeling pity, but it is what it is. And that is if this information as well is true. We heard allegedly that Auntie Igbi cried so much at the security post of the Ooni of Ife's palace because she was coming in, she was made to be searched in the security post before accessing the palace. Now, we had a report that she had agreed to leave the palace. You know, the other day they said the Ooni of Ife made them to move their things, brought down blinds, their carpets and everything. Like, Ooni of Ife has been very, very ready to get them out of the palace, whether they like it or not, as we are hearing. And so now with all of these things that has been done, they said that they started moving into the Olori's quarters one after the other. And they said Olori Mariam spent her very first night at the Olori's quarters. And now, you know, why did she go there to spend a night? She went there to spend a night. That was when there was a very serious, like a heated argument as to whether they were going to move into the Olori quarters or not. They said she was not in the palace when most of her things, like her door was only gave access into her apartment and her things were moved there. So when she came to the palace, you know, they don't live with the Ooni of Ife. Only live on his own. Only has a chambers that belongs to only him alone. So when she came, they said her things were no longer in the palace. So she was forced to go into the Olori's quarters. So she spent the night there. That was her very first night. But, you know, there was a call immediately that they were, as in Ooni had summoned them in the palace. Now, at that time, they didn't know that Ooni was actually summoning them before his lawyers, customary court lawyers, to see if they are going to sign the document or not. Those who are not ready to sign the document to remain in the Olori's quarters should like just leave. Okay, they gave them two options. So but as they were coming in from the Olori's quarters, they said they were men, especially Auntie Igbi, allegedly, as it is rumored. Okay, I don't live in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. I have told you this time and time again that I am not living in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Whatever I get on social media, I bring it here, okay? And so they said that as they were coming in, Kabiyesi made them to search, you know, most of them who were coming in. And Olori Igbi happened to be one of those that was, you know, that had to go through that search by the gate, as in the Ooni of Ife's gate. And she felt really embarrassed. She felt so tired and sick over it, and she cried a whole lot. And that was why when I started, I said I don't know if I should be feeling pity for her or not, because the last time we checked, she was the yo-yo lua of the source, and you know, she had everything going for her and all of that. And I think this is why, if everything we keep hearing online is the truth, okay, I think this is why people should know where to stop. People should know their boundaries. From when the Ooni of Ife started trying to get Naomi back into the palace, if they had got good counselors, they would have told them to let go, you know, let go and let this woman return back to her matrimonial home, knowing that there is a Tadenikawo. Tadenikawo happens to be Ooni of Ife's first son. And the truth remains that they said in the Ile Ife culture, there's no way they can allow Queen Naomi go with that child. That is not possible. So these people ought to have known that no matter what happens, you know, Naomi will have to come back so that boy can be raised in the palace. And they didn't put that into consideration. And that was why they kept fighting back and forth, back and forth. But right now, nothing is looking good for them, because it's looking as though, whether they like it or not, they are going to kind of stay in the Olori's quarters. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Daylight. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources still on the royals. Daylight, my Daylight, my Daylight, my super people. Daylight, my Daylight, my Daylight, my own people. Well, midweek to you. Appreciate you. Love you. Thank you all. I know that. I hope that you're preparing for the weekend. If you're like me, I love weekends so much, because weekdays I usually work too much. It's not easy. And these days, I used to think that my Saturdays can be free, but these days, oh my God, in fact, it has become even more complicated. So If you love weekends like me, I hope you're preparing for your weekends. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. It's not a small thing. They said there was so much cry that Auntie Igbi cried so much over the fact that she was, subjected to being searched in the gate, the gate of the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Now, I don't know. I feel like nobody should be angry over that. Ooni of Ife is human, and he has gone through a lot. If you look at the things that we are hearing on social media, so many different pages saying different things on social media of the things that, as in the manifestation that is happening right there in the palace. Ooni of Ife is just one man. And this man may have gone through a lot. How is it possible that, somebody will get up and will not see his pot of life? We may not understand what that means. Seriously, we may not understand what that means. But for them, with this belief system, that must mean a lot to them. And knowing that those who are supposed to protect you are the ones who are trying to run everything down, ruin everything for you and all of that. And that is if the information we keep getting is the truth, okay? Yes, if the information we keep getting is the truth, that is what this means. And how do you expect him to cope? How do you expect him to trust anyone? And that is why he may be forced to subject them into, some kind of search at the gate. And, for you to be up here and right now, it's almost as if your life is turning apart. It's a very difficult thing. And I guess that is why this woman is feeling so bad, that she cried so much, that she said she never ever could have thought that this would happen to her. This was not her bargain. Nobody told her, because it's looking as if from the very first there's been a lot of struggle. Remember, if you were following this trend when they first got married, just a day or 2 days after their marriage, there was this thing with Lady Badmus all over social media, a voice note, she being mocked, a whole lot of stuff being said about her. And from that day, it's been back and forth, bloggers here, bloggers there, this, that, basketball. The thing kind of got her may be very, very confused too, that she started doing things that I don't know if she got really irritated by what was happening and all of that. And so this is the situation of things. And right now it's gotten to a point where she wants to come back into a place she used to see as her own kingdom. People have to search her, and it's very painful. But the truth remains that people need to know that Naomi has got grace. If you fight Naomi, the beef is double. Even with bloggers, you fight Naomi, the beef is double. Out there, you fight Naomi, the beef is double. And it looks like in the place where God is to, you fight Naomi, the beef is double. It's almost as if everything that they sold, to hurt Naomi is beginning to return back to them one after the other. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.